Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and today we're going to take a look at the .65 Bobblebee GT Backpacks available at RevZilla.com. So what you see on the table in front of me is the GT Backpack from .65. Now this is going to be two different flavors. On my left-hand side, you've got the 20-liter. On the right-hand side, you've got the 25-liter. And there's some key differences in the point that you get extra lashdown points with the larger bag. And this allows you to look at the backpack as a base, if you will. You can then add on to, you can add the X case, you can add the lumbar cassette, and you can almost double your storage of your backpack, and you can also almost double the price. So if you're thinking about using this as a starting point to add some extra pieces, you might want to consider the 25-liter. Now, with .65's Bobblebee backpacks, really where other manufacturers look at a backpack and they say, hey, you know, how can we get people to store things in this? .65 takes it one step further. They're also going to consider protection and ergonomics, and one of the things that they really tote about their Bobblebee line is that it also offers lumbar support. Now, when I put this on, I will say, as weird as these things look, they are extremely comfortable to wear. So, breaking down what you can expect from one of these. So the GT is really going to be their base to middle of the line backpack. It's going to come in around the $225 to $235 price point, so it's not cheap. But it is going to give you a CE Level 2 back protector in the actual construction itself. So by wearing the backpack in the GT line, you're going to reduce the amount of impact transmitted to your body by 88%. Now, if that's not enough for you, you can jump up to the GTX. The GTX will take it one step further, and that's going to reduce 94% of the impact transmitted to your back. So just keep that in mind. You're getting a lot that's going to be baked into this. Now, the one thing of note when you're looking at these, they are heavy bags. We put these on the scale, and it comes in north of the 5-pound mark empty. So a lot of that is going to come from the construction itself. The large shell on the back is going to be an ABS plastic shell. And when I first looked at this, I thought, oh, well, this is going to be great. This is going to be a waterproof backpack. It's not. It's water resistant. So just keep that in mind. If you're planning on putting electronics in here, it's not something you want to ride in a torrential rain. So you'll also notice you have this giant cutaway at the bottom. Earlier when we were talking about the tie-down points that differentiate between the 20-liter and the 25-liter, that's going to be your main difference. And these tie-down points work, so if you want to add different components, you can actually build onto this. They're going to have either an X case that's going to fit right in this little pouch, or you're going to have a lumbar cassette which is going to wrap around. You're also going to have different pieces you can add to the side, so you really can transform this to match whatever need it is that you have for your backpack. But let's open up the main compartment right now, which will be the same on both bags. So you're going to see with the GT, you've got two elasticated bungees on either side, and once you undo those from around the triangular mounting points, you're going to have one extra mounting point in the front, and there is going to be a slider for this. And once you open that up, you will note that on the top of this, you'll have one extra storage pocket with a snap-down closure point with that, and then you'll have another pocket underneath. So you're going to have two pockets right from the top, pocket here, and then a pocket on the top. This is going to work great for a pair of sunglasses. It is going to be a neoprene, so it's going to be scratch resistant if you are putting shades in there. And then if we open this up, the main construction of the bag is going to have one large compartment, and then on the bottom of this, you're going to have different storage partitions, and you will be able to fit a 13-inch laptop with this. Now, Bobblebee is also going to say that you can use it for a hydration pack. I don't recommend you use it for a hydration pack at the same time you're using it to store your 13-inch laptop. That could pose a problem for you. Now, you will have those multi-different departments, and then it does expand a little bit so you can see exactly how wide it opens up for that 25 liters in capacity. And then once you get it into place, it will automatically kind of like close itself back up as you ratchet the top down to hold everything flush against your back. Once you have all of it in, it's going to be simple to get this back down. Now, the one thing I will say is that until it's full, it looks a little bit loose up on top. And then once you get the tie downs all in place, it kind of closes up quite nicely. One of the things that I will give .65 for the Bobblebees is that there's a lot of adjustability here, and we're going to see it especially on the strap system. So in addition to all of those different points you have where you can lash down additional items to the outside of this and you can really manipulate how you want it to serve you, one of the things you'll see with the strapping system on this is that you're going to have a lot of adjustability built into that as well. So you're going to be able to actually adjust the straps at the top to fit exactly where you want them to kind of sit on your shoulders. And that's something that we're not seeing from a lot of different manufacturers. You can actually raise the straps up, you can lower them down, and it just adds for that comfort element. And then you'll also see that you can add additional items to the straps themselves. You've got a cell phone pocket on the right-hand side that does come with it. And then on the left-hand side, you'll have an additional Velcro adjuster there. So if you want to take that out and lash additional items down the left-hand side, you do have that as an available option for you. The sternum strap is going to be adjustable. It's not going to be a rail system like we've seen from most manufacturers. It actually loops around the entire strap itself, and you can move it up and down with ease. And then the straps are going to be a 3D mesh, or you're going to 3D mesh on the back, and then a dense dual density pad on the strap itself. Very comfortable. You're going to see it's going to be fleece lined on the outside, and then that 3D mesh with the contour design helps with that lumbar support and that comfort aspect that we were talking about earlier, while also working to channel airflow and help to wick sweat away if it's sitting against your body. Now, one of the things to note with this, when you take a look at the bottom is almost going to come across as a synthetic leather with a textile print to it, and I was extremely concerned because you had these large screws that were sitting right at the bottom, and I felt like this is not going to be comfortable when I put this on my body. You can't feel the screws at all. So that was my biggest concern, and it's actually quite comfortable when you put the backpack on. The other thing you'll note is that there is going to be a removable waist strap. We went ahead and threw it on the 60 or the 25 liter. The waist strap does come standard with both the 20 liter as well as the 25 liter. So if you are considering the Boblebee backpack from .65 and you're looking at the GT lineup, really what you're getting is a backpack that is going to be stylistically different from other manufacturers that we've seen. You're getting a CE level 2 back protector built into this, you're getting lumbar support built into this, and you're getting the option to just add a wide variety of different options to it. On the flip side of that, it looks quite odd. So it's definitely something that we have not seen before from another manufacturer. So there's a lot going on here and there's a lot of adjustability to it. And there's a lot of riders out there utilizing .65 gear on their rides. So if you want to hear more about what they have to say or how they're using their setup with Boblebee, click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that are already out there putting this gear through its paces. Now, if you have more questions for one of our gear geeks as to which backpack is going to fit your needs the best, give me a shout at 877-792-9455 or simply shoot us an email, cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the .65 Bobblebee GT Backpacks. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.